And the Chicago Bulls have won their first ever NBA championship.
1991, Mike.
1991, 11:47 p.m., the Forum, Los Angeles. For 7 years, they called him the most talented player who couldn't win when it mattered.
Damn.
7 years of playoff heartbreak, swept by the Celtics, destroyed by the Pistons, always falling short. 7 years of watching Bird raise banners. 7 years of Magic smile after another championship. But on this night, something fundamentally shifted in the universe of basketball. This wasn't just a championship, this was a coronation. This was the night Michael Jordan stopped being mortal. The criticism was over. The doubts were dead. 7 years of can't win the big one, erased in one magical run.
Hanson to Jordan. For the Bulls, Michael going to work. Jordan past Petrovic. Jordan past Petrovic.
He didn't just beat opponents anymore. He transformed the very concept of what basketball players could be. He turned physics into poetry. He made winning look inevitable. And if you weren't there to witness it, sit down, lock in. Because I'm about to show you what basketball looks like when a man becomes a myth.
1991, Mike, bro. Hey, like, comment, subscribe, man. Let me know in the comments y'all want more videos like this, man. We'll be going to each individual seasons of legendary players, man. Check the playlist to see more videos like this, bro. But hey, I don't know why people thought he wasn't gonna win one. Y'all thought he wasn't gonna win one? Hey, come on, man. Y'all gotta be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. The evolution before the revolution.
To understand the deity Jordan became in 91, you need to understand the mortality he shed.
This man was different.
From 1984 to 1990, Michael Jordan was a spectacular failure. Oh, he could score. 63 against the 86 Celtics. He could fly. Every night was a highlight reel. But winning,
He was different.
championship winning, the numbers were brutal. Multiple first-round exits.
You see? Lost 1-3, 0-3, 0-3, 3-2. First round first. Okay. Yeah, bro. Ooh, Jordan.
Conference finals losses to Detroit. 0 finals appearances. 0 rings. While Jordan was creating posters, Larry Legend and Magic were creating legacies. Bird, 3 rings. Magic, 5 rings. Jordan, 0 rings and a growing reputation as the greatest player who couldn't figure out how to be a champion. The Detroit Pistons made it personal. They didn't just beat Jordan, they punished him. Chuck made it personal. They didn't just beat Jordan, they punished him. Chuck Daly's Jordan rules were simple. Hit him again. Make him lose his cool. Make him distrust his teammates. Make him human. And it worked. 88, loss in 5. 89, loss in 6. 1990, the breaking point. Loss in 7, with Scottie Pippen's migraine game becoming a symbol of Chicago's soft reputation. But watch what happened next, because this is where mortality ends and godhood begins. 15 pounds of muscle, not just weight, armor. Jordan spent the summer of 1990 rebuilding his body with one purpose: to never be pushed around again. His trainer, Tim Grover, later said, Michael didn't want to get bigger, he wanted to get angrier. Meanwhile, Phil Jackson was rebuilding Jordan's mind. The triangle offense wasn't about limiting Jordan, it was about making him omnipresent. Instead of guarding one man, teams now had to guard a system powered by the most dangerous player alive. Before the triangle, 5.9 assists per game career average. In 1991, 11.4 assists per game in the finals. That's not evolution, that's mutation. And then there was Pippen, no longer the kid with migraines, now a 6'8" defensive destroyer who could guard anyone from point guards to power forwards. Jordan finally had a running mate who could keep up. Horace Grant became a rebounding machine. Cartwright provided veteran toughness. Paxson turned into a sniper from the corners. This wasn't Jordan and the Jordanaires anymore. This was a team built for war. But make no mistake, they all orbited around one sun. And in 1991, that sun went supernova.
Supernova. Damn.
From opening night, something was different. Jordan wasn't hunting for points, he was hunting for perfection. First game, 31 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds against the Sixers. Complete control. The Bulls started 13-3, then went 25-5, then 41-9. This wasn't just winning, this was systematically dismantling the league's confidence. Teams were beaten before the bus arrived at Chicago Stadium. Watch the tape from that season. Really watch it. Jordan had added a post game that was unguardable. Too strong for guards, too quick for forwards, too smart for double teams. He'd catch the ball 15 feet out, feel the defense, and know exactly what they feared
Fader.
most. Then he'd give it to them. From the post, 58%. Mid-range, 54%. At the rim, 67%. There was no safe space.
The fuck?
No defensive scheme, no answer.
Bro.
But here's what separated 91 Jordan from every version before. He made defense sexy. Averaged 2.7 steals while barely gambling. He'd study film like a professor, memorizing every player's go-to move, their comfort zones, their panic buttons.
He averaged
Clyde Drexler
2.7
said it
steals?
best. You'd think you had him beat, then realize he wanted you to think that. Jordan wasn't just playing defense, he was playing chess at 100 miles per hour. The old Jordan screamed at teammates for missing shots. The 91 Jordan, he'd pull them aside during free throws. Next time down, set a harder screen. I'll get you a better look. Leadership through precision, not just passion. By March, the Bulls weren't just winning, they were performing. Every game was a clinic, every quarter was a statement. They finished 61-22, best record in the Eastern Conference. Michael Jordan, 31.5 points per game, 6 rebounds, 5 assists.
Oh my God, that bitch averaged 31 assists. Second MVP, 5th straight scoring title.
2.7 steals.
Nasty.
MVP, scoring champion, first team All-NBA, first team All-Defense. But regular season excellence meant nothing to Jordan. Not anymore. He'd had MVPs, enough scoring titles, enough individual glory. He wanted Detroit. He wanted magic. He wanted them all to bow. May 19th, 1991. The Palace of Auburn Hills. Piston fans came ready for another Bulls execution. They brought brooms,
said a
expecting a
massacre.
sweep. They'd get one, just not the kind they had imagined. From the opening tip,
Hold
you
on,
could
was
see
Jordan doing
they'd
a
get
powder
one.
before
It was
Brian?
execution. They brought brooms, expecting a sweep. They'd get
Brian took the powder?
one, just not the kind they had imagined. From the opening tip, you could see it in the Pistons' eyes. Confusion. Jordan wasn't avoiding contact. He was initiating it. Lambier's cheap shots, Jordan absorbed them and smiled. Rodman's mind games, Jordan ignored them and scored. Thomas's trash talk, Jordan responded with silence and buckets. Game 1 final score, Bulls 94, Pistons 83. But the score didn't tell the story. This was psychological warfare, and Jordan had already won. Chuck Daly later admitted, "We knew in the first quarter of Game 1, our edge was gone. Michael wasn't that kid anymore. Game 2 was a horror movie for Detroit. Jordan didn't just beat them, he dissected them. 35 points on 74% shooting.
What?
Read that again. 74%. Against the team that invented defending.
Jordan said, bro, I'm not missing that night.
But watch how he scored. No wild drives hoping
Boom.
for balls. Everything was calculated.
Pull up faders.
Footwork
Come here.
perfect. Shoulders squared. Follow through textbook. He was beating them with fundamentals, and that hurt worse than any dunk. Game 3 in Detroit. The Pistons' last stand. Their crowd was vicious. Jordan sucks chance from the warm-up.
Fades.
Security had to escort Jordan's family. This was Detroit's house, where dreams went to die. Jordan's response? 33 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. But forget the numbers. Watch his demeanor. No emotion, no celebration. Just cold, methodical execution. Like a surgeon who's done this operation 1,000 times. By the fourth quarter, you could see it. The bad boys were broken. Lambier stopped throwing elbows. Rodman stopped talking. Thomas looked like he'd aged 5 years in 3 games. And then came the moment that defined an era's death. Game 4. Bulls up, 115-94. Clock winding down.
Damn.
Thomas gathers his troops at mid-court. They turn toward the tunnel. They walk. No handshakes, no acknowledgement, no respect for the new kings. Jordan's response? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. He didn't chase them. He didn't yell. Didn't gloat. He just stood there, watching the former champions slink away like defeated gladiators leaving the Colosseum. In the locker room, while his teammates celebrated, Jordan sat quietly. Scottie Pippen asked him why he wasn't more excited. Jordan's response? We haven't won anything yet. 4-0 sweep. Jordan, 29.8 points, 5.3 rebounds, 7 assists per game. Bulls outscored Pistons by an average of
17
points.
points.
The bad boys were dead. The Jordan rules.
He said the bad boys was dead. Nah, they was sleep.
But the real test was coming.
Yeah.
June 2nd,
Bad boys
1991, Chicago Stadium. Michael Jordan versus Magic Johnson. The Prince versus the King. The future versus the present. Except nobody told Jordan he was supposed to wait his turn. This wasn't just a finals.
Nah, it was over for Magic.
This was a coronation waiting to happen. Magic's Lakers, Showtime's last dance, Jordan's Bulls, a dynasty being born. The basketball world held its breath. Game 1, Chicago Stadium. The energy was nuclear. Jordan came out hunting. 36 points, 8 assists, 12 rebounds. A complete performance. But the Lakers had one more Showtime moment left. Sam Perkins hitting clutch threes. Worthy finding creases in the defense. Final. Lakers 93, Bulls 91. But here's what scared the Lakers. Jordan didn't look frustrated. He looked intrigued. Like a chess master who just saw his opponent's best move and already knew how to counter it. Phil Jackson told the team one thing. They just showed us everything they have. We haven't even started. Game 2 was when the Lakers learned what playoff Jordan really meant. Not the spectacular Jordan, the surgical Jordan.
40.
Game 2, the Lakers came out desperate. More physical, more focused. They actually led at halftime. Phil Jackson's calm message to Jordan, they're showing you too much respect. Remind them why. Third quarter, Jordan drives baseline. Perkins and Divac converge. Jordan goes up with his right hand, sees the contact coming, and then he switches to his left hand in mid-air, not around the defenders, through them. The ball kisses the glass and drops. Chicago Stadium exploded. 20,000 people losing their minds, not because of a home team basket, but because they just witnessed something that shouldn't exist. That play broke the Lakers' spirit. You could see it in their eyes. How do you game plan for someone who invents new possibilities mid-flight? Game 3 in Los Angeles. Series tied 1-1. The Forum. Magic's house. If the Lakers were going to seize control, it had to be done here. They threw everything. Zones, box and one, switching defense. Jordan's response, perfect balance. When they overplayed him, he facilitated. 13 assists. When they sagged off to stop his passing, he attacked. 29 points. A masterclass in reading defenses. Game 4 was Jordan at his most terrifying. Up 2-1, smell of a championship in the air. He could have coasted. Instead, pure aggression from the
Jordan said, fuck all that.
28 points. But more importantly, complete control. He wasn't just trying to win, he was trying to demoralize. Game 5, June 12th, 1991. One win from history. The old Jordan might have pressed, forced shots, tried too hard. The God version, he orchestrated a symphony. 30 points on 11 of 25 shooting. But the 10 assists told the real story. He was everywhere. Skip pass to Paxson in the corner, 3. Drive and dish to Grant, dunk. Post up, draw double team.
He was trying to play, mate.
Layup. With 3 minutes left, up 15, Jordan caught the ball at the foul line.
He ain't passing that bitch right there, though. Hey, passing in the corner like, I'm hold that.
Double team,
Jordan
Fine
said,
open,
nah,
layup.
you
With
good,
3 minutes
bruh.
left, up 15. Jordan caught the ball at the foul line. The entire Lakers defense sagged towards him. He looked at them, all 5 defenders cheating his way, smiled, and hit Paxson for another 3. Game over, series over, 7 years of doubt, over. When the buzzer sounded, Jordan didn't jump, didn't scream. He just walked to the ball, picked it up, and headed to the locker room. The celebration could wait. This moment was his. In that tiny visitors' locker room in Los Angeles, Michael Jordan, the man who turned weakness into strength, failure into fuel, finally let go. 7 years of can't win the big one, 7 years of watching others celebrate, 7 years of questions. Gone. All gone. 5 games, Jordan. 31.2 points, 6.6 rebounds,
Yeah, it was 3 steals.
11.4 assists per game, 2.8 steals, 55.8% field goal percentage. Finals MVP, unanimous.
Unanimous.
Here's what nobody understood yet. Winning the championship didn't complete Jordan, it unleashed him. See, before 1991, Michael Jordan was a basketball player. After 1991, he was a global corporation disguised as an athlete. The night commercials stopped selling shoes and started selling dreams. Air Jordan wasn't footwear, it was a belief system. Believe you could fly, believe you could win, believe you could be him. Within months, kids in Barcelona were doing tongue-wagging layups. Teenagers in Tokyo were wearing baggy shorts.
Jordan.
Courts in Cairo had makeshift Jordan posters. This wasn't American cultural export. This was basketball imperialism. And Jordan was the emperor. The numbers were staggering. NBA ratings up 20%. Attendance records shattered wherever the Bulls played. Jordan's salary, $2.5 million. His Nike deal, $20 million. His impact on the league's value, immeasurable. David Stern later admitted, Michael didn't save the NBA, he transformed it. We went from a league with drug problems and tape-delayed finals to must-see global entertainment. That transformation has a name, Jordan. But the real impact wasn't in boardrooms. It was on players.
Man, I'm always going to make Jordan a silhouette, man. Fuck all that, man. What are you talking about?
Grounds. Every kid taking a jumper was suddenly leaning back, tongue out. Every drive to the basket ended with an attempted layup package. Basketball wasn't just a game anymore, it was performance art. Let's get technical for a minute, because calling Jordan a god is poetic, but understanding why requires analysis. Watch any Jordan footage from 1991. Notice something? Everything is fundamentally
Pull
perfect.
back good.
The footwork, always balanced. The release, identical every time. The defensive positioning, textbook, but at warp speed. Other stars had signature moves. Jordan had complete mastery. While everyone else was playing checkers, Jordan was solving basketball like a math equation. Same problem, perfect answer, every single time. That's not talent. That's 10,000 hours of obsessive preparation meeting the perfect moment. 10,000 hours of obsessive preparation meeting the perfect moment. But physical gifts and technical skill only explain half of 1991 Jordan. The other half, the half that separated him from every talented player who couldn't win.
What year y'all think is the best Jordan? I still think it's between the day he got drafted and 90. Cause, bro, averaging 38 a game. Come on, man. What are we talking about, bro?
That was all mental. Jordan didn't practice, he hunted. Every drill was game 7. Every scrimmage was personal. Teammates tell stories of Jordan turning simple shooting drills into competition, then refusing to leave until he won. BJ Armstrong remembers, we'd be up 20 in a meaningless February game, and Mike would be furious because someone scored on him. He took every basket personally, every single one. The preparation was psychotic. Jordan studied every referee's tendencies, which ones called hand checks tight, which ones let you play physical. He knew every arena's dead spots on the floor, which rims were soft, which courts were slippery. But the real edge was his memory. Jordan never forgot. You celebrated a dunk on him in November, he was dropping 40 on you in March. You talked trash in warm-ups, he was embarrassing you by halftime. Every slight, real or imagined, became fuel. And then there was the look. You know the one. Eyes narrowed, jaw clenched, absolute focus. When Jordan gave you that look, the game was over. Not eventually, right then, because he decided you were going to lose, and his will was stronger than your hope. So why 1991? Why was this the year Michael Jordan transcended from superstar to superhuman? Simple.
Championship.
It was the perfect storm of preparation,
Well,
meeting opportunity.
yeah.
Physical evolution, check. Mental maturity, check. System understanding, check. Supporting cast, check. Chip on the shoulder, check. Every element aligned. The body was ready, stronger, more
Yeah.
durable. The mind was sharp,
Oh, shit.
patient but ruthless. The system maximized his gifts while hiding nothing. The team could finally hold their own. And the motivation? 7 years of can't win the big one had created a monster. The pre-1991 Jordan was reactive. He responded to defenses. The 1991 Jordan was predictive. He knew what defenses could do before they did it. The pre-1991 Jordan needed the ball. The 1991 Jordan was dangerous without it. The
Yeah.
pre-1991 Jordan wanted to win. The 1991 Jordan expected to win. This wasn't just growth, this was metamorphosis. The caterpillar hadn't just become a butterfly, it had become a dragon.
Damn, that's hard. Motherfucker, come on, dragon.
Every superstar since 1991 has chased Jordan's ghost. Kobe's fadeaway, Jordan. LeBron's chase down blocks, trying to match Jordan's defensive impact. The idea that a wing player could dominate every aspect of basketball, that blueprint was drawn in 1991.
That's a fact.
The positionless basketball we see today, Jordan proved it in 91. He played point guard, shooting guard, small forward, sometimes all in the same possession. Labels became meaningless when you could do everything at an elite level. But beyond basketball, 1991 Jordan created the template for athletic greatness. Work harder than everyone, trust the process, but never the competition. Turn weakness into strength, make winning an addiction, not an achievement. Every player who's ever studied film, who's ever added counters to their moves, who's ever visualized before games, they're all disciples of the church Jordan built in 1991.
The God complex is crazy.
Michael Jordan in 1991 wasn't just the best player in basketball, he was basketball. Every possession was a masterclass. Every game was a statement. Every moment was history being written in real time. He didn't just win a championship, he broke the sport's old hierarchy and rebuilt it with himself at the apex. Not through politics or luck or timing, through sheer, undeniable, terrifying excellence. 1991 Michael Jordan, NBA champion, Finals MVP.
Yeah, he ran through the league. He did league dirty. Yeah, 1991 was, yeah. I think this year he definitely transformed into one of the, probably the GOAT. He probably became a GOAT after this. I think he was the GOAT before this. No championships, Mike. He the GOAT, man. Just keep it real, man. But look, man, like, comment, subscribe, man. I want to see more Michael Jordan videos on this channel. Let me know in the comments, man. But I'm going to see y'all in the next one. No cap.